Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Hey everyone, on today's episode of Hubris Syndrome, we're talking about Resident Evil 2. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. It is a glorious day because we get to talk about Resident Evil 2 in the new studio. I thought I would forego the green screen for this episode to really appreciate this beautiful steel rod piece and this green wall instead of the green screen. But let's talk about Resident Evil 2 right now.
Get off me! Oh my god! Jesus Christ!
Resident Evil 2 is here. It is amazing. All of you have already beaten the game numerous times, watched Twitch streams, you're doing your hardcore speed runs. Damiani came to me today and told me that he's beaten it 15 times. That is not a joke. He is the true Resident Evil master. I'm just basically filling in now for Damiani. But I really want to talk about it. First up, the zombies. Zombies are back and more relentless and more vicious than ever. Some of these zombies take 15 headshots to take down. When you take them down, they get up. You take them down again, they get up. They're just non-stop, and for the first time in a long while in a Resident Evil game, zombies are a legitimate threat and concern, and it feels good. I really like that they added the boarding up windows mechanic. I know in the original you could use the wire, the cord or whatever, and kind of seal the shutters at one or two spots. But I really like the board mechanic this time around because the zombies just keep flooding into the RPD. And obviously because there's no loading screens really, when you open a door, you know, it feels like these zombies are all around you at all times. Just love it. Next up, speaking of the RPD, the way this game honors the original while paving the way for the new remake is amazing. There are some shots in this game. There are some hallways, some rooms that look identical. Don, I want to show a couple of these. Like, let's show this one right by the like workman's room here. This is the hallway where I just stopped for a minute to take it in because it feels so good and just so classic. It was like a gut punch of nostalgia. Even the West office looks so similar, just so many areas, but also different, and that was so exciting, you know? Taking turns here and there, and just the different layout. They added the extra floor on top, the third floor. That huge attic area is really drastically different and freaky up there, you know? There's all these like old museum parts everywhere, and you gotta plant the bomb there. Just the way they keep some areas the same and also have new ones is just awesome. Next up, it wouldn't be Resident Evil without some crazy freako bosses. Everyone's talking about Mr. X, Tyrant, of course, relentless killing machine, T-800, T-1000, Terminator style, busting down doors, stomping around, not trying to be stealthy, knocking zombies out of his way just to get to you. He's a freak show. Amazing. Like, I can't even imagine what they would do with Nemesis, but that is a dream and a conversation for another day. So I want to talk about William Birkin and what they did with him.
What happened to William?
I don't know. Who's that?
The creature responsible for this.
What? Can you help me find Sherry?
Seems to be evolving much faster than expected.
Just what they did with Birkin's design and again, just the honoring the past while also paving a new way, right? So he's got the lead pipe, classic, Birkin with a pipe, straight out of Streets of Rage. And then, kind of how they twisted it around, right? There's the dog form. Do you remember the dog form in the original? They kind of do that with Claire's scenario here. You know, he's kind of dog-like, but they put it on the cable car, which another Birkin fight in the original goes down, but they kind of just mix and match and kind of twist that up, which I really appreciated. And I just love his design, the slow disintegration of him being overtaken and consumed by the G-Virus. And of course, when that music hits, that like Witcher 3 opera, that was kind of a nod to the original too. The epic music, epic boss fights. I love it. I love it. And lastly, hardcore mode. Hardcore mode is out of control. Maybe not out of control for Damiani, because he is a professional. But for the rest of us, hardcore mode is so intense, so dangerous, so threatening. So let's back it up a little bit. I was concerned because you can earn infinite ammo if you get an S rank in normal, and you can kind of bring those weapons and items into hardcore mode. And as long as you beat it under a certain amount of time, you'll still get your S rank, even if you want to use these exploits. I guess it's not kind of an exploit, it's more of a reward. If you want to use your rewards that you've earned in hardcore mode, you can do that, and you can still get an S. I was like, that's cool, but you know, it kind of devalues it, I feel like, a little bit. You know, I like to do some clean runs, but chat, during our full playthrough, told me about the S+ rank, that if you use these rewards, you're disqualified from the S+, and you can only get an S rank. I love that. I love how hardcore actually is. You know, because I love options, I love variety. I love that there's assisted, standard, and hardcore. Everyone out there can enjoy Resident Evil 2 on their terms. It's just so accessible, so fun. Love and respect, Capcom, love and respect. So that's gonna do it. Resident Evil 2, it won't be the last time we talk about it, not by a long shot. I hope you like hearing about it, because we're gonna be talking about it a bunch. Really want some Damiani training sessions. You know, we're gonna get those going. We're gonna get some streams going. Damiani trains Huber. Get ready for it. But we are Easy Allies, and we are in a new studio, and that just feels so good, and I cannot thank all of you enough for the love and respect and the support, the continued support. It is amazing, and I love you all. I love you all more than Resident Evil 2. I hope you believe me. It is true. Love you. We're bringing back one of my favorite things from back in the day, comments, starting now. We're bringing them back because hype is not a one-way thing. We share the hype. The hype is this in-between space. This is where it exists. So we're getting those comments. Next episode, post your comments here for Resident Evil 2, and we'll address them next week. So looking forward to it. And all of your thoughts, any of your thoughts on Resident Evil 2, let me hear them. Let's talk it out. Share the love. See you next week.